Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at 2 Samuel chapters 13 through 15. I know we're doing a lot of back and forth with Psalms and Samuel and Chronicles, but this is kind of how the events actually happened. These Psalms are not isolated Psalms that come out of nowhere. They actually relate to real things happening in the lives of God's people. And so we're going to kind of embed them throughout there the way they would have occurred. Okay, 2 Samuel 13. This chapter is disturbing, to say the least, and it's tragic. Amnon, David's oldest son, becomes obsessed with his half-sister Tamar. With the help of a cunning cousin, he tricks her and assaults her. The text does not shy away from the evil of what happens. Then Amnon hated her with very great hatred, greater than the love with which he had loved her at first. David is angry, but does nothing. That silence becomes dangerous. Tamar's full brother, Absalom, takes her in and seethes in quiet fury. After 2 years, he murders Amnon. The chapter is filled with pain, injustice, and a king who seems paralyzed by guilt and indecision. The household is splintered, and Absalom flees. Then in chapter 14, we find Absalom's return and David's passivity. Joab notices David's longing for Absalom, so he devises a way to get him back. A wise woman from Tekoa tells David a parable, not unlike how Nathan confronted him before. David relents and allows Absalom to return, but refuses to see him. For 2 years, Absalom lives in Jerusalem, but is never invited into the king's presence. Eventually, Absalom demands a meeting. He even sets Joab's field on fire to get attention. When they finally meet, David kisses Absalom, but the tension is thick. Reconciliation happens in form, but not in substance. Then as we move to chapter 15, Absalom is a clever man, charismatic, and he's ambitious. He begins a subtle campaign to steal the hearts of the people. It says in verse 6, Absalom stole the hearts of the men of Israel. He presents himself as more just and accessible than the king. Eventually, he makes a move. Under the guise of a religious vow, he gathers support in Hebron and declares himself king. David, now older and likely weary, chooses to flee Jerusalem rather than fight. He gathers his servants and leaves, weeping. It's a moment of great humility and heartbreak. The people follow him with loyalty, but David walks barefoot and broken on the Mount of Olives. There are 3 things that kind of are themes throughout this thing. Sin's consequences run deep. The fallout of David's own failure is playing out in the next generation. Justice deferred is justice denied. David's failure to act with Absalom is an evil worse than what Absalom did. And God is still at work no matter what. That's where we end for today. Be well, friends.